We'll begin with a little music. Today the theme is a crop of empowerment. Here's Hebrews 6:7 from Daily Word. The ground that drinks up the rain falling on it receives a blessing from God. Use the truth you know and drink up that rain. Ask your heart for divine guidance. Trust the answer when it comes in love. So you and God can build a world of beauty and kinship and plenty. Welcome everyone to Shelter and Grace, a sound meditation for your one wild and precious life. This sound meditation is a series about renewable caring, caregiving of yourself and your others and the world, to be better gardeners of this one wild and precious life that we are living. It's brought to you by myself, Reverend Eleesabeth Hager, and San Francisco Unity. The attributions today are wide. Daily Word today, which is called Nurture. The background is, I think this background is in Russia someplace. It's a wheat field, beautiful wheat field that is just beginning to be ripe. And I'm also remembering some passages from this lovely book by Stephen Cope called The Great Work of Your Life. He's a Buddhist and a Hindu and talks about the pillars of Buddhism, where he references Harriet Tubman, which is very odd, very lovely. And the final blessing is Richard Rohr from his newsletter in June about inner and outer freedom. So let's begin. Daily Word today says this: I celebrate my divine nature and nurture my very being. That's important. Nurturing our being is choosing our battles. But number one, nurturing ourselves. Unity co-founder Myrtle Fillmore was a practical girl, and but compassionate on her approaches to life's challenges. She encouraged people to rely upon their spiritual capacities to empower themselves. This is a quote: "Get busy using the truth you know," she wrote. "Bring forth your own joyous world of love and friendship and beauty and plenty. There is within you the God-given intelligence to build such a world." Get busy using the truth you know. I love that. How to create a nurturing environment of peace and beauty and health and happiness. And how to access our God-given intelligence within. It's a daily practice of trusting the power within, trusting the presence of God there, and trusting the divine light that guides us. He doesn't say, get busy and take another workshop, but to get busy and do the work. She does not say, get a teacher or a preacher to tell you what to do. Sometimes that is about avoiding the work that is really yours to do. She says, ask the presence within for guidance. I saw a movie last week, which is relevant. It was a movie about Harriet Tubman. I hope you caught it. It's really worth it. I think it's on Netflix, maybe. She says, Harriet Tubman was a former slave, and she led many daring raids back into the slavery-infested South, and made the 600-mile journey to Canada in safety with many, many people. She did it 19 times by letting divine guidance direct her. And it reminded me of the wonderful book by Stephen Cope, The Great Work of Your Life. He uses Harriet Tubman's life and practice of trusting God to illustrate how guidance works. And more interestingly, he comes from a Hindu and a Buddhist perspective, which I find delightful, that spiritual guidance works this way in pretty much all faith traditions. She said to God, Harriet Tubman said this to God, "If you call me to do this, Lord, then you'll damn well better have to do it, because I can't." For me, it works this way. For me, it is the softer voice that waits patiently and lovingly for me to knock my head against the nearest wall enough so I can, one, ask and listen, and to listen more until I have a sense of rightness, and that I can hear the voice of love, which is always that still small voice for me. And then I can act. I act in sweet small steps, or maybe big ones. I'm not afraid of big ones. But then the hard part for me is to let go of the outcome, not trying to do it on my own, but to allow God to do her part. And then repeat the process. It's a practice, very much like what we do here in meditation. It doesn't feel like a superpower. It feels humble and grounded. Our Western minds need proof or science or maybe a preacher or some other authority to validate us. But that is not what divine guidance is. It's a practice of hearing the call and of not giving away our power by needing someone else to agree or recommend or validate. We don't give away our power, but we use it for good. A crop of empowerment. Use the truth you know and drink up the rain. Ask your heart for divine guidance. Trust the answer when it comes in love, softly in love, so you and spirit can build a world of beauty and kinship and music. So let's set an intention today for that. What is in the way of your empowerment? What do you want to give up for the next 20 minutes? What is the one thing you want to do in the next 20 minutes? There's a power in just selecting one thing. Let's take 3 bells and think about that. And we begin. Our breath, the sound, and gratitude are the 3 main superpowers we use, that are always at our disposal, no matter how tough the day looks. The power of our breath, power of sound, and the power of gratitude. Let's take our medicine now. Let's breathe in the power of gratitude. Breathe it through the heart. Breathe it in. Let it light you up. Let it fill you up. And exhale all that is not yours to do right now. maybe the beauty of the sound, maybe the cicadas in the background, maybe the idea of Tahiti. Rock is in Tahiti. Breathe it in through the heart. Breathe it in. As an active practice. Continue using the sound that slips into us, sort of under the words, from the right brain, directly in. Using gratitude, which supercharges it all. Drop down to the ground of your being, your heart, where spirit waits patiently for us to hit our heads against the nearest wall so that we'll be ready to listen. Against the wall is completely optional, of course. I don't recommend it, but it works for me. Use the truth you know and drink up the rain. Ask your heart for divine guidance. Trust the answer when it comes in love. So Spirit can build a world, and you can build a world of beauty and kinship and plenty. Use the truth you know and drink up the rain. Ask your heart for divine guidance. Trust the answer when it comes in love, so God and you can build a world of beauty and kinship and plenty. We remember this true ground, this place of humble power that overcomes all. We remember this place of divine instinct where we reset and we remember who we are and what we came here to do. This place where we are always accepted, all of us, all parts of us. We remember this place. And so it is. There is a love which itself has the power to free the human heart. Whoever arises from this place looks at the world differently. The distinctions on the surface no longer exist. Love comes not as theory. It moves in bodies, in nature, and in the ground beneath us and the space between. True love is not emotional. It is a different nature. waiting in us like a secret seed. This is the truth we all must find. The profound problems of the inner and outer world will be solved by this love and this love alone. And so it is. I aspire today to stay in balance, and I hope that you have received some nutritious morsels for your life. To remember to receive, to remember not to give our power away, and to bloom as wise gardeners of our lives and of this world. And so to grow a life of courage and kindness and honor. Thank you to all of you who have signed up for my monthly writings on my website, and of course those who have purchased my book. It's lovely to be seen and heard. There's a new and free audiobook coming out soon. You'll get it automatically for those who are on my mailing list. Please sign up at emhager.com. Also, my thanks to Mary Oliver for her line from The Summer Day, my one wild and precious life. And finally, my thanks to San Francisco Unity for the invitation to practice as my highest self. I invite you to do that today. We need your voice of empowerment. Blessings on your day. Thank you.